Not like full death, but like he gets shot and like falls down dead. It's the one with
Alright,
Morpheus.
so I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can
Yes.
hear you. I can
Cool.
hear you.
2 tests went.
Test, test, test.
Hello.
I have to
Hello.
check my Discord.
Okay. Joe, go ahead and take everything that is in the party sheet, and then once it's in your inventory, change the number for the smoke stick to 10.
Okay, give me just a second here. I'm still trying to get all my character stuff to pull up. It is very slow.
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody's joining at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
we're all gonna bombard this
Alright,
poor
let me know.
server.
I see you connecting. I am closing Discord. I think that's the wrong one. Let me see if this is the right one. Excellent. Alright, so everything is working. We are ready to rock and roll. So, the reason we are so late, and it's going to be, is because Fancy Grounds came out with a major update. But let's talk about the message of the day first. So we've been doing some talking while everybody's waiting for stuff to load up. After spending the night in Grimmy's den, you guys returned to Phandalin. This Jiangxi vampire came, asked you to get a basilisk heart in order to pay your debts to him, gave you 10 days to do it. He left. You guys said, no, we're not going to do that.
okay, we did
So
say
they
we might
found
do that, but we did
some
the
gnomes
research.
and helped them because the gnomes came to them and asked them for help. They did. Blade, who was a warrior that they ran into, that they fought, Scrambles had said, hey, if you ever want work, come to Phandalin. So she shows up. You guys said, hey, come along, and we'll give you 1/6. She said she wanted 1/6 of the treasure. There's 5 of you. So, well, there's 4, including her, there's 5. So she would actually get 1, a little bit less than everybody else. You guys said yes. And so you took off toward Neverwinter. Did some stuff, like went through a magical storm, fought some creatures, get to Neverwinter, bought a bunch of stuff. Toggin went nuts first time in a big city and had to buy everything he saw and did.
Yeah.
Then the you were just figuring out how to get from Neverwinter to Waterdeep because that's where you believe that the vampire is. And of the so many different choices, you settled on a merchant ship. This big giant galleon that had magical glyphs on it, 6 large ballista scattered around it, a whole fleet of people working on them, and so you're traveling in style as you went along. You saw a pot of marrow, also very similar to mer people, but different. And then you also saw a carnivorous ship that answered the question that nobody really bothered to ask anybody on the merchant ship, why they had this piece of crap long boat on this ship. And you guys found out why, because they gave it to the carnivorous ship and it left them alone and they didn't have to kill it. It would have been a tough battle, but you're sure that the merchant ship would have come out ahead.
Sven is so sad that we didn't go for the cheap route.
No.
That we
If I wouldn't
splurged.
have given you the fancy route, if I wanted you to go the other way.
Oh yeah, don't we level up because we encountered like
Yeah.
20 mer people and a carnivorous ship?
You did not level up, no, but you just
Oh,
did
sad.
get benefit, did get experience, yes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab.
Ooh, I added a new title to my list of titles.
Oh, oh yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I know I added it. Oh,
It was like something
so
about like conqueror of the seas or something.
I forgot to add that one, but I did add
Oh,
Good Friend of Durnan
oh
to
yeah,
my
good
list of
friend of
titles.
Durnan.
Good Friend of Durnan.
That one's definitely been on
It's
the
on the
list for
list
a
now.
while. It just wasn't like written
Yep,
down.
but just forgot about it.
Damn, how could you forget about being good friends with Durnan?
I'm adding Master of the Seven Seas right now.
I think that's almost exactly how you worded it too. Yeah, it was because I was like, dude, you've only been in one sea, and you're like, they're all connected. This is fine.
I don't
That
even
is-
know if there's 7, but I'm gonna assume.
Turns out in this world there's 5, and you're like, nah,
Could be.
there's
Who
7.
knows?
You guys just haven't been to the secret bonus seas.
Scrabble's is a Minotaur. He doesn't know shit about the ocean. So
Hey, at least you can walk on it
that's true.
with your fancy
Yeah, I got a
ring.
ring. I got a ring that lets me walk on water.
Joe, before we
Yes.
go on the ship, are you sure you don't need floaties? Can you swim? Are you sure you don't need little floaties just in case you fall in the water?
I don't know. I might drown. I might forget how to wild shape and everything.
Because
Oh yeah, that's
there are
right. You could turn into a
actually
fish.
items.
Actually help you float. That is amazing.
All right. Yes. I said they're not called floaties, but yes, they do exist.
Are we sure we don't want to put the dog in some swim bladders?
All right.
I think it would be cute. And very funny.
It would be. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. Like one for each leg. And his tail.
All right. So let's go ahead and we're gonna shift this over a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna turn it off because it doesn't matter. There, do that. Okay. Let me go to NPCs. All right. Micah, give me a name of a monster. Reno, give me a name of a monster.
Like Ted or like Manicore?
Manticore.
Okay, I'll go with Manicore.
Like Ted
Nice.
or Manticore.
I know a bunch
Ted
of
the
monsters' names.
Manticore.
I know a
That
bunch
is
of monsters' names.
exactly what my first question was. Like, you want like a name,
Reno?
or do you want like a type, like a
Yeah.
creature?
Gotcha.
The hell? Reno,
Follow me? Yeah.
tell me the name of a
What's
monster.
up?
Give me the name of a monster.
Did I name a monster?
Give me the name of a monster.
I don't have a
A
monster.
monster that is in D&D.
Any monster
Oh,
that you can think of.
Oh,
Capitalism.
I don't know.
What's
I don't.
what's
I'm
the
not that
chicken
familiar.
thing that we've been talking about? The chicken thing.
Eric
Man,
Okra.
you guys have some really weird names. For
No, Aarakocra is a playable race.
I know I was fucking around.
shit. And that does not change what I just said.
Can't think of like dragon
Basilisk?
or
What's the
owl
It's the
bear.
bird basilisk thing. I don't remember what it's called.
Manticore.
Cockatrice.
Manticore.
Name a
Yeah,
monster
consider that.
from Harry Potter.
How about the
Phoenix.
Manticore?
We already
That was
have
cool.
a manticore, so pick something else.
We wanted something new.
Name a monster from Lord of the Rings. Name a monster from any
Frodo.
movie ever.
True though.
Gollum.
Frodo's kind
All right. right, and then
Widow spider.
Are we doing a Mad Libs?
yeah,
Sounds like it.
privilege.
That's probably
Here we go. Monster menu. Or SRD, either one. What is the SRD called? Let's see. What's happening? Hold on, guys. My computer froze. So while I'm waiting for this to respond, here it is. NPCs. Killer kobolds. Alright, Joe and Mantha, give me a creature.
rust
A
monster.
phoenix.
Okay.
What's the name of
Even
that
so much
stupid bird
shit
thing
like
that we were
cockatrice.
talking about?
I don't know which
Cockatrice?
super thing you were talking about.
What other bird thing were you talking about? Give us
The
more
bird that can
context.
petrify people.
Joe, what did you say?
Cockatrice.
Okay, thank you.
I said a phoenix.
They're not part of the monster manual.
No, it's not.
Pick a different one that's in the monster manual.
What's the thingy with the tentacles and the eye?
Ooh, the
Beholder.
displacer beast.
Thank you.
Oh, never mind.
Beholder, I think
Or
is what it was.
Grell. There's
Way
the
different.
beak and the tentacles.
Oh, there is the Grell as well. Beholder though. Let's see that one.
I like the displacer beast. Panther with tentacles.
You know what we haven't faced in this campaign yet? Blink dogs.
Alright.
Correct.
Beholder, rust monster. Alright, we need
Or
this.
centaurs. No centaurs so far.
We rode centaurs.
When did we ride centaurs?
When we were going to like the dragon tomb to get the dragon slaying sword.
Oh, that's right.
I'm like,
God,
we definitely did that.
man, I'm out of it.
Because I was so surprised that they were like actual people letting these massive men just ride on them.
That seems really
Alright, so you guys have
disrespectful in my opinion, but you know.
shared a map.
They are sentient beings and they told us to get on. And so
Okay,
we
that's fair.
did.
It's not disrespectful at all if they offer.
Alright.
I
How
see
about
why.
how about Iricorn? How about Iricorn?
The dragon?
Yeah, Iricorn. From Veggie Tales.
Oh,
Alright, they also changed the how the arrows and stuff work, but I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, we'll go with this.
Great.
Alright, so you guys have maps now.
We do have a map.
If you look at the top of
Holy shit.
the where the tooltips are, you can hide all the tooltips. Toggle toolbar in the first place, and that'll get you to get rid of it. Now there is camera view and camp view mode and ping mode. So first of all, ping mode is very simple. You just click it, and then wherever you click on the map, ping, you now have a ping. So you can say, hey, I want to cast my spell over here, or anything like that, and you can ping.
can you see other people's pings?
Hey, I want to
Can't
cast
you see the
fireball
ping I'm
right
doing?
here.
No,
Oh, what?
Are you
not
guys,
unless you're doing it somewhere way off the screen.
and the rest of you guys, do you rest of you guys see an orange ping?
No, mine is orange though.
No, I have also been doing pings.
Oops.
And I'm assuming that nobody else saw them when I was doing
No.
Interesting.
I don't see a ping either. I see the beasts right there though.
Alright. Well, let's look at the... Yeah, so if you click on the view mode,
Okay.
everything then turns into the standees I was talking about. So you can see Rindon looks funny because of he's doing a handstand, but
He's like doing the opposite of hanging 10.
Oh my gosh, that's
and
kind of cool
you
though.
can now use the ASWD buttons to move around that map, as if you
Cool.
want to. And then of course the Q and the E rotates the camera, and as I go like this,
Oh, they all face you. That's cool. Well,
what is happening? Why didn't that work? Hold on.
And if you like hold down like the scroll wheel on
There it
your
is.
mouse and like
So there you
move it
go.
around,
So
you
see
can
now the
flip
beholders 10 feet up in the air,
cool.
and it says how high he is, and it also shows him as 10 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
Certain tokens will be floating, as others will be on the ground. So things that normally fly and stuff like that will be floating, whereas
Holy shit, Ridden has 58 effects on him.
Why?
I don't know. He just has all these.
so if you hover over Jackson, for
It's all
example,
the pat tactics and
you
stuff.
can see it shows the height because of the things he's got.
Oh,
He
you
has
can't
things
just
targeted.
move around my dragon anymore. I don't like that at all, though.
Mine restarted, so
Yeah, you can still,
Move around.
if you hold the
with-
click,
What?
if you hold the mouse wheel, click in the mouse wheel, and drag. It moves.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Anyway, and like I said, if you hover over Jackson, you can see everything is still targeted. If you want to fight from this view, you can. Same way, dragging things on. Now that it's targeted, he can just roll from his character sheet. Everything is normal. And so if you then go to the second one, view mode toggle token, it will show the token you're clicked on and the view from that token. So I clicked on Jackson for the stream, and I can see now what his view is. And now Jackson just ran away for some reason. So
It's my fault.
back over there. There we go.
So if you click on the arrows while you're in that mode, it moves your thing.
Yes.
I did not know that. And I was clicked on Jackson, and I fucked around and found out.
That's right.
Man,
So,
I'm doing a lot of finding out for very little fucking around.
so
I would like to even out
this
that
does not
ratio.
change how things work. You just click it again to get out of it, by the way. As far as, this is not necessary. It's just cosmetic. And
Because it looks cool, okay?
Exactly.
It
That's all
does
that
look cool.
matters.
cool.
It is cool.
So, I just don't know what's going on with.
I wonder
Maybe
if I do
because
this.
I don't have the right character, but you guys are doing it. Where's my camera? Let me throw my.
God.
Let me try see what the DM. Can you guys see?
No, can't see anything.
There you go. I'm sharing the
Oh,
map
I
again.
see that ping. There was
Alright,
like
so
a
there's a
yellow ping.
ping
and I saw it.
between.
Yeah, I see the yellow ping now.
Okay, so that's what ping mode is. I don't know why it wasn't working. I think. So I'm not sure why it wasn't working for you all. So I can see. So the DM can see it. Maybe just the other players can't.
Can you see my
Are
orange
you-
ping?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Can
Cool.
anybody see
But
the
on
blue
the
ping?
stream, I don't see it.
I can't see.
I don't see any
Negative.
pings at all.
So
I saw the
So
yellow
I
one.
guess it's mostly good
there are
for telling
pings.
the DM, "Hey, I want to put."
It also might
this
be a
spell
setting.
here."
It also may be a setting where I can set it in the options to.
I like it
Show
much better
pings.
than what I normally do, which is like, oh, I'm going to do this over here. I hate that. So I'm
Then you
very
draw
glad
an
they
arrow
made the ping.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the ping is
What
far
does-
prettier.
Ping. Here we
Sorry,
go.
I'm
Let me
looking
see.
at the options. What does combat turbo mean?
Where are you talking
Turbo.
about? Where are you
It's
seeing
in
that?
the options. It's in the second section in game. It's
Under
just
options?
under.
Okay, so the options are different. So those may not be for everyone. That is for.
It's
So
definitely
a
not gonna
lot
be
of
for
them
me.
are mods and extensions that I have only. So people watching and stuff, you may not see the same things. You definitely won't see the same things in here, just because I'm running so many extensions and things for everybody. Combat Turbo is something that it helped in theory, and I have found in practice that it makes your computer run much faster.
I see. Sorry, I saw it and the phrasing just caught me so off guard. Like my brain could not think about anything else.
And that's been there a while, about a month. All right, so I'm looking at the pings. I have things here. Let's see. Ping. View 2D, free 3D camera, token 3D view.
I see your ping in the tree.
Right. I'm just looking. I don't see options anywhere. Show high core. No. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about that details right this second. That's down and dirty. Everything else is the same. So you have your drawing mode, your selection mode, your select all enemies, select all friends, clear targets, shortcut view mode. I'm not sure what that is, but that exists now too. Alright. Shortcut up. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Anyway, so that's just quick down and dirty on some of the new options that exist. The other thing is the initiative, which I think I have to do. All right. Let's see. Is that this? Switch combat tabletop list. Let's see what that does. Yes, that's it. All right, so if you click, so you see up by your portraits, there's a little 3 faces, and it says switch to combat tabletop list. Do you guys see that? I don't hear anybody. Did I lose you all?
Nope.
Wait, where are we
Oh, there we
looking
go.
for
I hear a
that?
couple of you. So
It's to the
in the
left of the camera.
portraits, where
There's
you're
like a locked and then like a little button that says switch to combat tabletop list.
yes,
It's 3 homies. It's the same icon as the party sheet.
where the portraits, the little square pictures of everybody are. If you
I
click
see
that,
it.
it switches it. You can also look on the stream if you're watching the stream. And what it does is it now puts everybody in order. So let me go ahead and advance the round so everybody will roll initiative. So now
That's
you'll
funny.
see that right now it's showing that the Manticore is next. Then the Rust Monster. Then that ends the round. And then Scramble, Sluthian, Rindon. That's the initiative order. And as each person advances, it will shift to the left. See?
It's funny that that works similar to a combat tracker because I couldn't find it because I have the combat tracker over it.
So you guys can see how that works. Any questions on that? Anybody not find it? Did you want any? So again, that's purely. I use the combat tracker all the time, so I don't know that I'll use that. I might just throw it up there that way for the stream, but as a DM, I'm just gonna stick with what I'm used to. Lows.
My
Right.
turn. I'm attacking the Manicore.
Exactly. All right. So, any other questions on? I'm sure there's more. But you, the nice thing is you all individually have control over that. So it doesn't affect the gameplay from
Oh,
my
cool.
end at all. If you want to use them, you can. Like I said, as a DM, I'm going to stick to the overhead view. I might switch back and forth for the stream, but mechanically everything is the same. It's just a matter of, like I said, the DM can do other stuff. That's not, you guys don't have to worry about. Okay, so I'm going to close this map, get you out of combat, delete only foes, initiative, clear. Yes, I was waiting for everything to update before I fix the camera, so I'm fixing them now. So yes, I will also be on camera here in just a moment. All right, so you guys have arrived in Waterdeep.
The deeps of water.
There, I believe you guys bought Waterdeep maps last time.
Yeah, from
Does
the kids.
anybody remember that? I know you did for Neverwinter, but I'm saying way back when you were with Zorkel and them.
Oh,
Didn't one of
I don't
you?
remember.
I think it was Toggin. Or Toggin, you studied the map or did something? I know maps were involved because you brought up the fact that you can study things and be familiar with it.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I don't know if I bought a map, though I probably should have. But I at least studied one.
Okay.
Look,
Anyway,
man, it's in my background that I have a good memory for maps, so I gotta use it every once in a while, okay?
Heck yeah,
Make me feel useful.
that's awesome.
all right. So there's.
And also, if we're ever just stuck in the wild with no rations, I can get us food and water as long as they're reasonably, as long as it's not like
Sourceable.
a desert, you know?
Yeah,
You can still get food and water in the desert. You just gotta know where to look.
I prefer dessert over food and water anyway. Uh,
Haha, your legs.
take that.
Scorpion for dinner.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay, so you guys had come up with a couple concepts, and I sort of hand fed you some ideas as well. Do you remember what any of those things were? And did Amantha, are you on camera as well?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you. She said something. Do I remember if what was what?
Do you guys remember what you talked about? Or so what you guys wanted to do?
Oh, I remember at least one of them. Scrambles had the brilliant idea of going to a local bar and talking to Dearnan. It was an 100% original idea that he had all by himself.
And with no input from the DM whatsoever.
Or Jackson.
Or Jackson.
Yeah,
I think we also mentioned, talking to, the city guard and asking them
yes.
for help or something.
The police, checking out a tavern. I want to say if there was a library, checking if there was a library.
Seeing if we could find any information about either vampires or basilisks.
Yeah. I think those were our big three.
All right. It looks like they changed.
You know, we could probably also go to some sort of guild or something and see hey, you got any basilisks you need taken care of? We're looking to kill this monster and it
So
can
now
be
you guys
annoying
do
if
want to
you
kill the
don't want.
basilisk?
Look, man,
Maybe.
we always wanted to kill the basilisk. We just weren't
Yeah.
sure whether or not we were gonna give the heart.
All right, so this was in the message of the day. Nobody has bought a map yet, but I'm sharing it with you anyway because I'm feeling nice. Here is the Waterdeep map. You guys are in a dock ward right now.
I
Thus,
will note that I already had that in my hotbar, so
the
you
background, Waterdeep's
can
sea
see
ward.
it.
So that's where you are right now. The world doesn't drop off outside the walls. There's just a lot of farmland and roads and things that go out. There are 2 roads to the east, 1 to the north. Nothing to the west because there is 1 exit to the ocean, and that green thing right there is a large hill, almost a mountain that has cool stuff on it as well. So this is mostly just so that if I say, well, City of the Dead is the main graveyard, or yeah, they take you to the castle ward, you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about and where to go. This isn't, unlike the Neverwinter map, this doesn't have pins on it. It doesn't have locations on it for you guys. For Waterdeep, if you say, I want to find a sword, then I will tell you where you can find a sword. I don't have all the details laid out as much as I did for Neverwinter for this one. Alright, so you want to go to the Yawning Portal. Are you all going to the Yawning Portal?
Sure.
Yes.
What is the yawning portal? I'm
It's
sorry.
inn that's over the dungeon of the Mad Mage, which you never went into.
Okay,
But
cool.
Oh,
we were in there for a little bit, and then there's like an inn that's like over like this big like hole in the ground that leads down to the dungeon, and so it's
Hmm,
yes.
called the Yawning Portal because it's a big yawning portal
gotcha.
down
I
to
think
It's
the
where
what
Tiernan
she
is the
meant,
bartender.
there we go. I think she meant to say, why do we want to go there? Which is because Tyrion is there.
Tiernan's there, and he might have information on vampires or
or at least know where we can
basilisks.
look. Or if we ever need him to babysit a door, we've got that too. We know he does that.
Yes, he does do door work.
You knocking?
It's honestly kind of adorable.
Hey, don't get unhinged. When one door joke closes, another door joke opens.
That's right. Alright, so we are live and kicking. We are on camera. Everybody's
Sometimes if you
excited and
have
happy.
just a little door joke, it's a jar. Bam. Take that.
There we go. Alright, so it's open, so why isn't it there? Let me go to my assets. Since it's not here. Maybe I need to find the Dungeon of the Mad Mage again. Bet you that's it. Let me go to modules. Activation. Mad. Ah, that's why. Okay, my Dungeon of the Mad Mage is not open. Okay. All right, give me a Jogging. Give me a survival check.
Sorry, I'm on it.
Can I help Toggin? I will help Toggin if I can.
Please do.
I'll say you give him a +2 because you've only been there once, and the huge city like this is not your forte.
Not my forte. Yep, nope, I get
Yeah, cities are not Toggen's thing. I don't know
it.
why you guys trusted him to lead you around it, but it was a bad decision. You
Dice
gotta.
roll.
Anyway,
Damn it.
Toggin can read a map. That's all that matters.
Well, he's got a really good memory for maps, but like typically there's like landmarks, and all these buildings look the same.
You know, it's
Like
great.
typically he can be like, "Oh yeah, there's some boulders that way. Okay, I know what those boulders look like." But
Yeah,
this
no,
time
it's
just shows buildings, and they're not differentiated on the map. Okay.
no. Toggin is me in real life trying to navigate anything. I'm like, it's turn left at the McDonald's. It's how I remember shit.
Like you want him to navigate you through like a dungeon or a maze or a forest, all good. Cities, that's the one thing he don't do. Anyway, he rolled a nat one if you can't see.
all right. So you guys
Damn.
get to the yawning
Yeah,
portal.
that's why I was like,
It
oh
just
no,
takes
that's
you a
not his thing.
while. Let me find out. Pull up the calendar. All right, so you guys come into the yawning portal. You see it's bustling. You see a half-drunken party getting ready to lower themselves down.
Wow. Do they really want to get a DDUI? Dungeon diving under the influence? Mom's laughing in this room. At least somebody thinks I'm funny.
It
That's like when your
is.
mom says you're not ugly. She's your mom. She has to laugh at your jokes. It's not a
She's
choice.
Look, man, she's not my bio mom, though. Okay, so it counts.
All right, so
Whatever
they.
you tell yourself to sleep.
What do you guys want to do? You're there. You got your normal stuff. Let me see.
Go Pastor Durnan, probably,
Good call.
or socialize, as as they say.
Water deep. All right.
Meanwhile,
So they
Durnan's like
changed
these
some
fuckers,
stuff,
man.
and it made it a lot harder for me as a DM. That's not good, especially since I did not.
Uh-oh.
They changed it since I did prep. What is this? Story simple. What?
Story simple. That's not very
Anyway.
simple though.
Oh. Okay, so be more specific. How are you pastoring Darren, and what are you asking? What are you doing?
So we walk in there. We say, Dearnin, old buddy, old pal, how's it going?
How's it going? How much do you know about the vampires?
Yeah.
Very subtle. um.
Oh, I don't like this
Okay,
at
Toggen's
all.
definitely like seen you like pay somebody for information, right?
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. Okay, Toggen's gonna do that. Uh, uh, fuck it. What's a good bribe? 2 gold pieces. 2 gold
That's a
pieces.
ton. That's an insane amount.
Yeah. Look, man, he just spent like 1,000 gold in the
Oh, yeah,
last
we balled
scene.
out hard.
So he does not know the concept of money, mm, and Mantha doesn't know the concept of money either, because we're insanely rich. So
Yeah.
Toggin slides over 2 gold pieces and casually, quote unquote, casually asks Sternid about vampires.
gonna get yourself mugged.
All right. Jackson, that's as you guys come in, there are this whole staggering variety of curios and oddities adorn the tap room. Adventurers who recover the weird relic will give it to Durnan as a trophy of their success, or some people leave them to mark their visit to the tavern, relinquish them after losing a bet with Durnan. Durnan, who likes to wager on the fate of adventuring groups that enter the dungeon. Um, or
Isn't there
sometimes
like
it
a
could be
really
used to pay a bar tab. So these are the things you see as I'm giving each of you one of them.
among these? Isn't there a frozen dragon heart that we gave him?
Yeah, I'll say I gave him a frozen dragon
Or
hurt.
I remember we had a little arts and crafts night trying to get that unfrozen from a backpack.
So it
Yeah.
is um, individual to you. So if you want to say something to anybody, like I said that no one else has seen what you see. If you want to talk about it for any reason,
I'm so
but
sorry. What is this message regarding?
A thing you see in the tavern.
There's like trinkets from like other adventuring parties around the room.
Oh, okay. Trinkets, bits and bobs. Gotcha.
all right. So I I vaguely remember most of you all. Your little elven friend here's. I don't remember you, but the rest of you I've seen. What are you drinking? And he gives you the drinks. I'm gonna say it's a silver each for your drinks and your meal.
Okay.
And
Is this the same city where I made the scrambled ale? Or is this a different city?
Yeah, this is
it's
where
the
you
same
saw
city.
it.
I'm gonna see if it's caught on. Hey,
Oh yeah.
do you have any scrambled ale? Because I paid that guy.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you do. It's a newer ale. I'm surprised you've heard of it.
Yes.
We all know
So
Scrambles is just that hip.
it's the finest of ales for the finest of dungeon delvers.
Scrambles cancels any other drinks we get, and we all have to drink scrambled ale.
I'm not saying you have to,
All right.
but if you're cool.
So what are you
Yeah, sure.
asking him about vampires?
Ooh,
We
that's a good
may or
question.
may not have been approached by by a certain vampire, and we are looking for a way to find more information, or maybe somebody in the city guard we should talk to, or something like that. I assume that you would know most about that.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one downstairs. If you're that interested in seeing them, um, you can also. Oh, I don't have the DVDs in this one. Boo. Uh, Check out if you're just looking for information in general. You can go to the Ogma Temple. There's plenty of books that you could read. Um, Up in the Southern Ward, there's a couple temples there that work with defeating undead and keeping them off the streets. Helm would be a good one to start with if you're. I know stake through the heart kills them usually. Um, they don't like sunlight.
That heals most people.
Garlic, stuff like that. That's what I basically all I know. There's always rumors that some of the council members are vampires, but it's hard to say.
Okay.
Jeez.
Well, Um,
Sorry, Micah just sent me a wild DM.
is when you say there's a vampire downstairs, you mean in the yawning portal in the Mad Mage dungeon, or do you mean like in the basement of the bar?
We don't have a basement.
Important
It's
distinction.
in the
Gotcha.
down in
Or
the
do
portal.
you? Is it the secret vampire basement?
That's a great question.
Look, Tagan already put over 2 gold pieces. You've got to tell me if there's a secret vampire basement.
Probably a good one.
he, he has to know that.
Vampire Basement is a badass name for
Rob,
like an
welcome,
emo
welcome.
goth band.
So our group just showed up at the yawning portal. We've got the new download into Fantasy Grounds. So for those of you who play Fantasy Grounds, make sure you take a moment and update, because it's going to take you probably anywhere from
Get on
10
early.
to 30 minutes to update. But we appreciate you. Thank you.
We do.
Rob was playing some Jack games.
Yeah, I saw that. Jackbox Party Pack is fun.
I love Jackbox.
Yeah, right?
Sorry, I got really excited. I fucking love Jackbox.
Dude, we could. I'm sorry, not
We
to
were
go
playing
like
that
off
for Game
topic, but
Adventure.
we could totally do that for game night.
We should do that Monday. Anyway. Yeah, so how about Jordan, if you don't know a ton about vampires, could you direct us towards a basilisk? What do you know about basilisks?
Anybody who is currently plagued by one that would like to not to be.
You can always ask the Adventurers Guild. I don't know of any downstairs that I know of. But who knows? It changes periodically, so who knows what's under mountain. But I don't know if people don't come to me for quests. If you want to earn some power and learn how to do stuff, just head down the portal. So I'm not the best one to ask for people who want odd jobs done. The
Well,
dock ward
Gotcha.
has a bunch of different. You guys remember seeing the post boards posted up and stuff?
Yeah.
well, guys, just throwing it out as an option. I've got dark vision now. We could just decide to say fuck Fandolin and go and disappear into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage until level 20.
We talked about this last week. It's a valid strategy.
I'm
It's a bold
joking.
strategy, Cotton.
But
But are we joking?
I am. Is there anything else I need to ask?
Do you have anybody who can take us to the city guard? Do you know anybody who could like show us how to get there? Because we're bad with maps. And I would just like a guide.
Either
I'll pay a kid
Rudy
to take
or
us there, or like a messenger boy or something.
Oh yeah, you can always find somebody for you.
Okay,
It's easy
Cool.
enough.
cool.
Yeah, so
Also, Danny Dorvito says hello. I don't know if you remember Danny or not, but he was the talking door you babysat for a couple of days.
and where did he end up?
He's at the finest establishment, or the second finest establishment in all the land.
Fandolin.
He's in the Scrambled Manor, just hanging out by the hot tub, doing door stuff, being adorable, hanging
Scram-
around.
Scrambled manner, patent pending.
Yeah. TBD. TBD.
Uh-huh.
You guys do notice that at the end of the bar, there is a corpse in a coffin leaning against the bar.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Is somebody also paying you to babysit that?
He looks over. Ah, no. He's just waiting for someone.
That's like a whole dead guy. Does he have a name?
Appreciate the sub, Rob. That's right. He uses Prime. So, like I said, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub to Twitch. So please use it. I would love it if you use it on me, but if you don't, at least use it on somebody. Because you get it every month, and it helps us out. So throw your love to somebody.
Do it or you're not cool.
Yeah.
Do it and
He
you get to
says-
jump scare Sven.
Holy crap, that's loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
like-
jarring experience.
Yeah, you're not cool if you don't do it. Exactly, that's what he says.
Do it or
Yeah.
you're not cool.
And it's funny because
All your friends are doing it.
who is a guy I used to watch, has a jump scare, and so I incorporated it, and now Rob and Drake and Matty Carey and some of the people
Spread.
they all do it now, so they can all
We all float down
Can-
here.
jump scare all of us for money. So for me, I normally don't startle very easy, but it derails any sort of thoughts that I had going on.
Colors, smells.
What?
It's fucking aggressive.
It takes you a minute to
That's right.
reboot.
So for subbing, for points, if you guys buy any biddies, take all biddies, you
Take
can
old biddies.
and also following. So if you're not a follower, you can follow, and it'll be a gunshot.
I actually had a friend who was watching at one point, and they didn't realize that was what it was. And they're like, I just heard a gunshot, and I really hope that was something in Twitch and not something out my window. And I was
Nah,
like,
we live in the hood.
yeah. It's like, I sure hope so too, man.
The gunshot goes off, and then you just don't hear from the player anymore. Somebody goes silent.
All right. So, Parker. Okay.
Ooh,
I was gonna say, where is Parker right now?
What that dog do?
what the dog doing?
Bitch.
What the dog doing?
That's right. There he is. No, his glory. So, you guys are talking to Dern. He gave you Durnan. Doesn't know anything about Basilisk. It's pointed you a couple directions for the vampire. Yeah, he's confused because this is only like the second time anybody's ever paid for Parker, so he doesn't know what's happening.
Get lots of cats. No Parker. Lots of Peter. No Parker.
No, it's funny because he took Peter off, so you can't redeem
Good.
Peter anymore.
Peter's annoying as shit. Parker's
Parker.
cute. I agree.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Yeah, you guys finish your meal. Typical stuff. You see,
Oh my
There's-
gosh! I just noticed that his name is Dern in front of Scrambles. I just caught that.
That's awesome.
Only Scrambles though. Not friends with the rest of us.
That's funny.
Hey, Luthie's just a random chick that showed up, so, with a dog.
Yeah, but now you have a hideous beast and some very fine elven wine. So it's all
I
looking
don't
up
know
for
what
me.
wine you're talking about because I don't see no wine in the party sheet.
Oh, I don't know how to add things to the party sheet, but I bought
Drag and
wine.
drop.
Drag it from your inventory to the party sheet.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's in his inventory. Did I ever give it to
It's
you?
not. He
Okay.
didn't give it to me. That's why it's not there. I didn't
Oh,
get
No,
the ale or the wine, so it's fine. No big deal. But I
we
bought
just
them.
have it.
I paid a shitload of money. I dropped a stupid amount of money to eat oysters in the back room
Yeah.
alone. And
Not
actually, we paid for
alone.
company. We paid for company because we're not gay.
We also just were like, let's try one of everything.
Yep.
And then, hey, do you want to hear me play some didgeridoo? It'll be good, I promise. Indoors.
It was pretty good.
that was good.
Well,
Yeah, you roll
didgeridoo
really well.
pairs. Yeah, they had like harps and stuff. That pairs perfectly with the didgeridoo.
So in the
We have to
yawning
look up
portal,
what a didgeridoo is because I don't remember.
They had juice harps
Oh
too.
my god, no.
It's the
you have
Australian.
uh,
Wow, wow, wow.
Yep.
a different bard than what you heard last time. A couple other people with instruments join in on a couple of the songs, and there's a lot of talking. You see, besides the drunken group that goes down, um, there's not a lot of action going on with the yawning portal itself.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. I'm gonna get a tankard of the scrambled ale to go, so I can drink that throughout the day. I drink a bunch now. I also drink an assload and eat an assload of food more recently. I've been eating a lot more and drinking a lot more.
All right, so let's go ahead and take our 10-minute break. When you get back,
Sweet.
you guys can decide where you want to head to try to find more information about what we're doing.
Sorry, guys, I'm really sleepy today.
Break time. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Like amethyst with
love
like a
gems like
pearlish
that.
gold inlay, and they're actual amethyst, not just like resin. Because I asked, I was like, "Are those real amethysts?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Ooh,
All right,
they're
we are
stupid
back.
expensive."
And so you all are going to find out information. Simply, we're going to do some rolls, and depending on how you answer some questions, will just be how long it takes.
I'm still here.
So, first of all, are you all going to stay together and sort of, move around together, or are you going to spread out, split up, and spread out? It is getting dusk. There's long shadows in the city now. It is because it is about almost time for the last watch of the day. So first of all, you guys gonna stay together,
together.
or split up?
Staying together. Staying together.
Staying together, okay?
Yeah.
Did you guys just want to relax at the
I think I heard you.
yawning portal until the next morning and start fresh?
Good
Hey,
morning.
there she is. Mike is an Etten right now, two-headed creature. Very cool.
I think we should probably stay together. Is probably the best idea.
All right, and because it's so late, did you want to wait, or did you want to travel through the dusk and early night, wandering through the city?
We are in a time crunch, so I think we're gonna run out of time to be sleeping and being super luxurious. So I think we might want to push it this time. What do you guys think?
I think that's lovely.
Especially since we were just on a boat for like 4 or 5 days, or however many days that was, 2, whatever.
All right, so Todd can give me a survival check. See how long it takes you. I presume you're going to go to the temple, since you know that's going to be open, or did you want to go try to get to the library?
Well, Jernan specifically mentioned the temple. And we know it's going to be open no matter how long it takes us to get there.
He mentioned both, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, man.
So give me a
Cities
survival
are
check.
not his strong suit. Maybe it's just the grounds, but let's see. It's mostly the crowds, apparently.
All right. So, further you get away from the dock wards, it's not as crazy. On the docks, you've got people yelling and moving, and lots of animals and things, and ships and birds, and all this craziness going on. As you get deeper into the city, it's more mellow. There will be waves of people. Every once in a while, you'll have 20 people on the street with you. Other times, you guys will be by yourselves. But it's not as loud as other places. There's not a lot of vendors in this area, in the southern ward where you're going. With an 18, it only takes you about 20 minutes to get there. And so I'm just waiting for Francine to catch up. All right, so give me some sort of charisma checks for how you guys are going to be talking to people. Intimidation, deception, diplomacy, whatever they are. But however you're going to do it. Persuasion, yep.
If we're at the docks talking to people, I will definitely use some intimidation.
No, you're in the southern ward at the temple, talking to the
Oh,
priests.
and I'm not going to talk to anybody. My charisma's not good enough.
He starts up his routine throwing batons and stuff. What was
Wait,
it that you did?
What are we talking to? Who are we talking to?
Priests of Helm.
Yeah.
About vampires.
Asking him about vampires.
And Scramble stances. He sinks and he spins the giant ball. It's a big metal ball that catches on fire.
Ooh.
Alright, so Scrambles, if you're not going to do anything at all, then give me an intimidation check.
Okay. I just don't think I should be doing most of the talking to the priesty people because I don't really have skills that sponsor that, so I will do an intimidation.
He's just behind, like, nodding, like, yeah, what he said.
Just stand there and look scary. Sorta. Scary as a number 12 will let me look.
All right, so you guys are talking and stuff and not finding out much information. You do realize that, like you did in the library in Neverwinter, vampires are a very broad subject. So, talking, you start narrowing it down and mentioning this is a special vampire. It's a young she.
Especially if it had, like, a little note on its face and.
Correct.
I hate.
So, you do find out, similar to what you learned before. I will say that, Luthien, you do hear the name Stony Brook. Shadowbrook, sorry. You think they're referring to some sort of city that's supposed to be run by a vampire nearby.
Firework? Okay.
But talking to you, find out pretty much what you've heard before. That Jiangxi are very traditional, and they are very ritualistic. They, in the sense that they hold to their traditions for hundreds, possibly even thousands of years old. Things that they've been doing all along, and that have been passed down. There are societies where from beyond Cholt on different continents is where you think where they came from to the west, and
I'm not asking him that. You've sent me that message like 3 times, my dear. Sorry.
and you hear basically the same things that you were told before. Bell, Rice will keep them at bay, and that some of them, depending on how powerful they've become, which is true of all vampires, some of them may be resistant to light. Pretty much anything that most vampires have aversion to can be overcome depending on the vampire. So some vampires may be fine with garlic. Other vampires might be able to go out in the sun. Other vampires may be okay with wanting water. So, or a stake in the heart may not. They may still be able to regenerate from that. So,
I would like to also ask them about the like dried thornless roses and like what exactly that signifies and like what the like appropriate response to that is, that kind of stuff. Because we obviously did not have the appropriate response when we saw that, because how the fuck would we know? But out here wondering if we can like take them to like vampire court or something.
Yeah,
For not like
I like
properly
that.
like serving us or something.
Yeah. Flub the paperwork so it's invalid.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
Let us
it's
go.
like you gave us the paperwork, but you didn't make sure that we understood what was on it. So
yeah. So they're not sure. Person you're talking to, they're expert undead hunter. He's not familiar with that specific one, but he says this does sound like a tradition of theirs where different flowers have different symbols depending on the civilization that you're dealing with. And so this sounds like, more than likely, it seems like it would be a reminder when you tell them the story. It seems like a reminder of a debt, and so it would have you go back to the person and determine And at that point, it hadn't been determined what your debt was.
Mm.
So it seems like that's what that was. It was just an invitation to come speak to him and just to settle your debt. And if that is ignored, then you have a greater debt if you require the debtee to come to the debtor.
Okay, I have another question. Does that mean that these flowers are supposed to like lead us to wherever he is, or
So I said he doesn't know
how
the
would we have
specifics of
been
that.
able to find the vampire
Is
after
there like
just
a return
having
to sender
flowers?
option?
He doesn't know the specifics of that.
Sorry.
It's a good question.
You're like, look, man, even if we did know what it meant, how the fuck would we find it?
So it'll be similar to getting an invitation and then it's saying RSVP on the bottom. You know what that means. Someone from
Gotcha.
Mexico may have no idea what that means.
That's true.
Hmm.
Is there some sort of like law enforcement we're supposed to talk to about vampires, or are you as close as we get? Like, not saying you are bad uh reference or anything.
If
Just
you're looking
wondering if
for
we have to
city
like say something loyal.
protection,
Legal.
um, there is a Griffin squad. There is a city guard. Each ward has its own headquarters as well. So really, just this is not doesn't really seem like a city threat. It's not something that's citywide. So but you could go to the castle ward and try to talk to the head of the city watch if you can get an audience.
Oh, we'll get an audience.
I didn't want to say
One
that.
way or
but-
another. They'll see us.
They go to bed and just see or three strange men just standing in their bedroom.
There's an easy way to do things, and there's a burn down a village way to do things, and we will pick a way. Okay. I mean, I think that pretty much wraps it up, unless this guy knows anything about the snake thing. I can't remember what it's
Basilisk.
called. Thank you. That one.
Basilisk? No,
Yes.
he's no. They know how to. They tell you the same things about the petrification, and that the saliva and various parts of the basilisk can be used to unpetrify people.
Okay.
Man, it would have been so much easier to just send the four adventurers. I didn't want. I don't want to, but it would have been easier.
Well,
Easier, yes. The ethical thing, no. But it would be a lot easier, yes.
unfortunately,
he doesn't know
I
anything, so
play
I
a
say we
good
go to the
game.
city guard next.
I think that is a good idea. Oh, I appreciate your insight, and then Hagen's gonna. I don't know.
Ask him.
He's starting to think that like 2 gold is like, yeah, that's what you tip people, so he's gonna like donate 2 gold to the church or something.
Oh, the Temple of Helm thanks you, and if you're ever ready to cross blades, there, Minotaur or Tiefling, you're always welcome to come back and do some sparring. I will let you know that the City Watch will be closed by the time you get there. So you should probably wait till the morning if you're gonna go talk to them.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
At what time would they be open in morning?
Yeah, do they
After
have
sunup.
business hours?
I'm sorry, say that again.
After sunup. after the sun rises.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure there's much more we can. Oh, we could. Sorry, just throwing things out. If anybody has like any like maybe CD contacts, we could try like like checking like the criminal side of things at nighttime since everything's closed.
I don't, but Blade might. Blade's kind of seedy.
Hey
All right, so
Blade, do
here's Spock.
you? Yes.
But the dog.
Hey Blade, I hope you do not take offense to this, but do you have any criminal contacts we can ask for information or shady uncle or something like that?
I am a bard. I had to have. I can go talk to some of the guilds here, yes. What would you like to know?
Great question.
That is a good question. Um,
Ask if they've had any run-ins with vampires. The John
well,
Chi.
yeah, any run-ins with a vampire that is a Jiangxi that maybe matches the description, and anybody that knows where there might be like a basilisk, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Just a spare basilisk laying around.
Yeah, anybody got like a pest or like some, I don't know, poor farmer that doesn't have any cows anymore,
That would
and just a
fucking
bunch
suck.
of cow statues, and
Sick.
Alright, so what are you guys doing for the night? Where are you going to sleep?
That's a good question.
Yawning portal.
Yeah.
Since you're friends with Durnan.
Yeah, we
So
should just
we're
stay with Durban. My
Alright.
best friend.
Oh my gosh.
So just for the sake of
permanent
time,
guests.
it's going to cost you a silver for the room.
Cool.
So you guys have all of you subtract a silver.
Okay.
Luthien is going to cost another silver for Rendon for food, because there's not really a place for him to hunt in the city.
Okay.
So
He
he
said
can
how
go
much for his food?
a silver.
Oh,
Another
that's
silver.
fine. Cool.
So it's 2 silver
He can go to
total.
a butcher and get what he wants. And so you spend a night. Night goes by uneventfully. Except
We need
I
that.
need scrambles. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Can we
Wisdom.
like pay somebody to be an alarm clock to wake us up right before sunrise?
Is that on the main page? Ability
Yes.
saves. Yes, it is. Wisdom.
Alright, so there's Spock.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at me being so smart and wise. I got all the wisdom.
Alright,
Look,
so
you can be wise but not smart.
you
Sure.
know that something is watching you magically.
I don't like that.
Do you want to
Ooh.
allow it to happen, or do you want to try to
Did you say
Resist it.
romantically or frantically?
magically?
Ooh. Um. Yeah, I'll allow it to happen, but I'm not going to go up to my rooms yet. I'm going to hang out in the tavern for
You're
a
in
second.
your room, getting ready to go
Oh,
to sleep.
already?
Yeah.
Am I alone or am I with everybody else?
You're alone if you guys want to have your own rooms, which I presume
Okay.
you do.
Then yes, I let it happen. And I
Okay.
start doing really weird yoga poses.
He's playing didgeridoo quietly.
Yeah, do a downward cow. It's a lot like downward dog, only way more hardcore.
Yeah, and then he sits up and does upward cow, which is
Yeah.
just his normal state of being.
Yeah. Um, I'm trying to think if Scrambles has any way to communicate with people telepathically. Oh, I have Rocky Talkies.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
the Rocky Talkie. You also definitely know where everybody else's rooms are.
I'm going to find a way to try to discreetly take out my Rocky Talkie.
I'm supposed to hand you mine too.
Okay.
So I don't
You
really
know
know
what you
where
should
this
do
thing
with
is
them?
watching me from, but I know that it's watching me. So I'm gonna kind of like discreetly go into my bag of holding and like push the Rocky Talkie button and hold it inside the bag. And I'm gonna go Jackson over.
10-4, good buddy.
Somebody, I think someone's watching me. I'm pretty sure someone's watching me. Over.
What do you suggest we do? I can do detect magic and see if we can see a wizard or somebody trying to.
Okay. So you do see this like a I was reading through the thing to see exactly what happens. So, um, you know the predator
Mhm.
invisibility. You see
Yeah.
a small orb, um, about the size of a normal apple, and it's
Hmm.
up in the corner, where the ceiling meets the wall, about 10 feet from. I mean, about 5 feet from the corner.
Okay.
So you
I
do
have
know
a
where it's coming
question.
from. Yes,
How high is the ceiling?
You know who it is?
10 feet
Okay.
average.
I would like to start to do a yoga pose as close to the orb as I could get on the ground, and then I want to jump up
Dead,
and
dead
try to
snake.
grab it.
There's backwards dead snake.
Yeah, that's the what I'm doing. I announced that out loud.
Okay, give me a
Downward cow into dead snake.
dex check.
Okay.
That would be, yeah, just a straight dexterity. Do you have profession? Let me see. Who are you?
I have
Scrambles.
acrobatics. I could do a acrobatics about it, or a performance about it, or strength about it.
Well, in your
We're good at
particular
all those
case, because it is similar to a juggling ball, it's about the similar size.
things. Ooh.
I would say that you could count that. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Let's see
Okay.
what other special thing. Yeah, do it as performance.
Sweet. Let me go into my thing then. My
Hell yeah.
performance skill, and I'm gonna use my inspiration if it doesn't go well. Oh, it was almost a
Oh,
19. Doing it again. Using my inspiration, we're trying it out. That's much better.
All right, so you go and you suddenly strike it to try to grab it, and you are able to grab it.
I
take
don't
time
know
for
what to
me.
do with this, so I immediately run out of my room and into Taugen's room.
Okay, and by the time you get to talking room, it disappears. Your hand is
Ah,
gone.
Dang.
shit.
Meanwhile, Jackson's made his way into your room to find it empty.
Well, the door's open. The door's open already. I left the door wide open, and I'm like running down the hallway. I'm not very quiet about it. Smashing into crap. My horns, and I
Somebody
have no
bangs
clothes
on a
on.
wall.
I just go through the door into Toggen's room. Or
Hey,
smash into the
Tanya, look
door.
what I caught. Oh.
Give me a percentile.
Okay. Give me. There it is.
All right, no
38. It's
problem.
not
You
bad.
find his room, no problem.
Yep.
You remember what room it is.
I'm really
Toggen,
sorry, guys, but I think I gotta head out for the night. I'm not doing super hot tonight.
sorry to hear
Uh,
that.
Sorry to hear
Hope
that.
you're doing better next time.
we'll
Agreed.
see. I'll catch y'all later.
It's great to have you back.
All right.
See you
Catch
Sunday.
you on the flippity flop.
Yeah, yeah, there's
Later.
Sunday.
Later.
Alright, bye.
Later.
Later.
All right. So, Doggin, Jack, Scrambles
So yes,
comes
Scrambles
slamming into
rushes
your
into
room.
the room. I found. I, and I look at my hand and I'm holding nothing. I I found like a circular thing and it was invisible and it was floating in the corner of my room and I grabbed it out of the air and I came over here and I think it was watching me, but I don't know. So, do you know about things like that?
Um. Okay, we've had too many of these situations. Before anything else, Toggin comes and puts his hand on your shoulder and casts Remove Curse.
Call. Good call.
Just cause it's happened too many times. Okay. Now after that has happened, do you, is your story still the same?
Yeah. Yep, I think so.
Okay.
It was I thought I saw it in the corner of the room, and so I snuck around and did some cool tricks, and then I jumped up into the air and grabbed it, and I were running down the hallway, and at some point between here and there, it's gone. And I didn't drop it for sure. I held onto it real hard.
All right, give me an Arcana check.
Okay, I don't know shit about
No, not
Arcana.
you,
Good luck.
Toggin.
Oh. Ooh,
I
13's
think
not
you're
bad
gonna
though.
do better than me, so
It's kind of shit about Arcana.
Scrambles is like, yeah, actually, I think I have heard of a spell that can do.
Yeah. So you're not sure um, what it is. It didn't make any sound. It didn't hear anything.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Did it move at all?
I don't think so.
Stay
It was
the same.
just up in the corner of the room when I noticed it. I was just chilling, and then I felt something weird, like something was looking at me all strange. And then I noticed what I thought was like a blur, like a heat wave almost.
So you're pretty sure that he made his save. So mechanically, that's what happened. So that's why he was able to see it.
It was really
Question
hard to see though. It was like invisible.
for like scrying spells. If somebody makes their save and then allows it to happen, does the person that's watching them know that they made their save? Like, do they know that they allowed them to keep scrying?
So with an H, you're not sure what that spell is. You're not familiar
Okay.
with scrying. It's not how your clan did it.
Yeah. Look, I'm pretty sure that there is magic that can do this, but I don't know it. So,
Hmm.
it's much more easy to just go invisible and watch someone. Or turn into cloud of gas.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a gas cloud, because I wouldn't have been able to catch it, I don't think. And except for I won't lie, a couple of times I've cut my farts, shoved them at Jackson, but that
Lovely.
was mostly for
And I
fun.
appreciated it.
I've never caught, and it wasn't a whole person, unless it was a very small person. I don't think it was a small person though. Felt like a ball, like my performance ball.
Yep.
But
Well,
I don't know. Maybe we should ask
Doesn't happen
somebody
to
else.
everybody.
Who knows? Yeah,
we
who knows?
probably should, but it is very late.
Okay.
And Target like glances outside the doors, like 6 doors of angry people start opening because you
Oh, I
ran
for
down
sure
the
smashed into
hallway.
a hall. I fucked up a picture or two on the way down here. I have giant horns. There's no, there's no knowing how much damage I've caused, and I definitely smashed through your door. So, yeah, that's a great point, Taugen. I will stay in here tonight, keep you safe. Just sleep over here by the door, just in case something tries to spy on us again. That's a good plan. And then I shut the door, and I lay down in front of it.
I mean, do you really? Is Jackson just going back to his room, or
Sorry. What are you having me do now?
He's asking what you do
Okay.
after that. After their discussion, your discussion in the room. Are you going back to your room?
Yeah, but I mean, what else? We've done all we can do, right? So if there isn't anything more to do, then you gotta wait for more information.
All right. So
Are
you
there
You know
guys.
what?
windows? Are there like windows at this
Yes.
hotel? I'm gonna look out the window, see if I see anybody sitting on any
We
rooftops.
want to learn. We want to find out who it is, right? Who
Yeah,
sent it? The
Did
thing.
do you want to go into his room and cast your magic lending skill?
Yeah.
I do not know whether or not it will find something, but it cannot hurt to check.
Do you want to sleuth it out, or we're just gonna move on?
I'm
that'd be
sorry, you're
fine.
really quiet. What did you say?
So did you want to sleuth it out and try to find out what's going on, or are we gonna just move on?
Well, I just asked if you wanted to go into Scrambles' room and cast
Oh
your
no. And I'm
detect
going to do
magic
that.
to.
Yes, and we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Good call.
And then after
And
that,
After that point, if you don't find anything and I don't find anything, then fuck, I guess we're just
we
going to
move on.
bed.
I
It's
would
hard to see the
also.
roofs from where you are, but as far as you can tell, you don't see anybody outside or
Okay.
around.
Do I have a thing to roll on that for the potion of healing? Blah blah blah. Ben.
I would like to use my wand of secrets in my room. See if there's a secret door.
Okay, so you go back to your room. No, there's no
Yeah.
secret door
Says,
or trap.
Okay. I am gonna grab. Can I pick up my bed? Not like the whole bed, but like the mattressy part.
Yes.
I'm gonna take that over to Toggen's room for Toggen's safety.
Okay. For the sake of
Yeah, for
argument, we'll say it
talking
works.
safe.
A lot of them were just hay and stuff, but that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
This one has enough.
So I was like, I don't. That's why I asked if I could pick it up. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
can I
you can
pick
do
it
it.
up?
That's fine.
It'd be way funnier if I just have a giant bale of hay that's like falling out onto the ground as I like walk down the
He
hallway.
leaves this big old
Yikes.
trail of hay, and
Yep.
at some point the cow and him takes over, and there's no longer a trail
Chewing
of
on it while I
hay.
sleep. Yeah.
All right. So you do your magic
So the
awareness,
barbarian magic awareness is. Go ahead.
and you do not see anything magical
Hmm.
in that room, or within 60 feet, you see that one of the lanterns is magical because it
Ooh.
stays lit all the time. It's got a continual flame on it. Um, other than that, you don't see anything magical.
Very cool.
Well, it was a good attempt. Thanks for checking. I guess
No problem.
Scrambles is sleeping in my room now.
How many times can I
Jackson,
do
are
it per
you
day?
sleeping?
Yes, I'll be. Well, we're gonna
Are
do
you
the.
staying in your room, or are you gonna also just have Scrambles drag your mattress over and we can have a sleepover?
Are we gonna do watch rotation of watch?
You
I
guys,
don't know. I think
if you're
my
in
plan
different
is just
rooms, it's
going to
pointless.
bed.
I don't know if we need a watch. I'm just gonna sleep next to the door. If anybody wants to get in the room, they have to smash through the door or the window.
We have a lot of gold and a lot of
Oh,
treasures.
that's true.
People are gonna know that.
I'm gonna take all my
I'm just
crap
Yeah,
from
saying.
my
but
room
like,
with me.
look, man, do you really think your good friend Durnan would let you sleep in a place that was unsafe? Obviously
That's
not.
true.
Just trust Durnan. In
Maybe
Durnan we
Durnan
trust.
knows. I'm gonna ask him first thing in the morning.
Be like, hey, is there something like that's
Yeah.
invisible that can
You
watch
spying
me?
on me last night? One of those weird two-way
like if
mirrors?
like if you want to talk to me, you can just talk to me, okay, man?
Yeah.
All
Why are
right,
you so
so
obsessed with me,
the
Durnan?
rest of the night goes uneventful. You guys have a long rest, and so are you gonna continue your quest for information?
I'll ask Durnan in the morning. Hey, Have you heard of anybody spying on people or seen any secret blobs of invisibility floating around? Has anybody whined about that in my room lately? Because I've noticed something.
So you explained to him what happened. He's like, "Well, it looks like someone was scrying on you. Scrying, scrying. Um, that's what a scrying spell does. Most of the time, you'll see it as a little orb that they can look for through. You can scry on a person or a place. I don't know why they would want to scry on a room. You're probably right. Somebody was probably checking on you. Um, if you owe this vampire, it might be him.
That's a good call.
I don't know if you have anybody else who can do magic, but pretty much anybody who can cast a high level spell can cast a scrying spell.
My girlfriend's pretty magical, but I don't know if she does any spells like that, so I'm not sure. Here's a quick question, though, just spitballing here. What if theoretically somebody was scrying on me and I jumped up and grabbed their orb and ran down the hallway frantically? Would they know that I did that?
Yes, because they're watching through this orb. So as soon as you grab it,
Gotcha.
they would see your hand, and they would
I
probably
thought
just
so.
release the
I
spell.
thought that made sense, and probably did. Okay. You should. I just want to let you know. I think someone was scrying on me. Maybe get. Do you have like magical wards against that or something you can put up in your bar? I'm just saying. Anyway, for the future, if you had like a complaint jar or like a suggestion box,
Okay.
I would put that suggestion in there. Also, I know we're good friends and all, so I think it's pretty dope that you let us stay here. And I might have destroyed some of the hallway, and then I slide like 5 gold across the table at him.
Okay.
I actually give him 5 gold because I don't know.
It was incredibly worrying situation. Scrambles wanted to get down the hallway quick.
Might have been a little frantic, like a bull in a china shop
He thought he
or
had
a hotel
magic orbs
hallway.
in hand.
All of it
Cool.
helps at all. Um, I've heard that it does take at least 10 minutes to cast, and they have to have something that's worth 1,000 gold to
Ooh.
use, like a crystal ball or a silver mirror, or stuff like that. It has to be worth at least 1,000 gold. So
Yeah, I don't think that Adabra likes me enough to spy on me for 1,000 gold. She could just
I
ask
will
and I
be
would let her
honest,
do it.
Scrambles.
I would just let her do it. I don't care.
I do not think she was the one doing that.
I like to think it was her from afar, but I don't think so. Who knows? Maybe it was Grimmy. I don't know. Could have been anybody.
I
Yeah, girls' night out.
it
She got a little,
can't
got a
really
little
be
drunk.
anybody because like only certain people can like use those spells, but you know.
Grimmy might be a super powerful sorcerer wizard person. I don't know. He's changed a
Okay,
lot.
okay,
He's got a whole carnival now.
that's
Anyway,
true.
and
well, hey, thanks.
it is a level 5 spell. So it would take, for example, if it was a wizard who was casting it, it would take a ninth level wizard. If we were
Wow,
putting numbers on it.
Hmm. You were
that's
going to
good to know,
numerically
I
value
guess.
someone's power level. I get it. Now, here's a separate question from the whole scrying ball incident. Does Rakdos check in on people who follow him from time to time, very nonchalantly, or you think he's more of an obvious kind of demon lord guy about it?
When it comes to
Yeah.
deities and demon princes or warlock patrons, anything having to do with these powers and stuff, that's beyond me. I'm a
Yeah.
simple adventurer. I was swung
Mm,
a sword. I swing it well, but that's I don't deal with those type of entities. You'd have
me
to talk
neither.
to someone else.
I wouldn't know anything about that either. All right, cool. Well, hey, thank you. and we're gonna go see the town guard. Do you know any the town's guard? Maybe we could drop your name. You think that would work out well, or don't mention you, or what do you think?
I'm familiar with the guards that work here. We have a agreement, so. But
I
other
like
than
that.
that, I don't know anything beyond the trade ward. All right,
Okay.
so give me percentiles of the three of you.
Oh, that was so almost good.
Fuck me. Hold on.
I will not.
Did you say "fuck me running"? Because I love that expression.
No, I said, give me a moment.
Fuck me.
I've
Hold on.
Oh
I've
my
heard someone
God.
say "fuck me running" a lot, and I think it's very funny. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know where the expression comes from, but I love it.
Sorry about that.
We're all right there.
Yes.
We're just
Right in the
all
middle.
like
Just
right in the
ka-chunk.
middle. The most middle things happen to us.
Yeah.
All right, so you think the next step after it takes you to about noon. You have to fill out a lot of forms and lots of waiting going on, and you turn in a report that you killed some vampire spawn, and they ask you why it took you almost a month to say anything about it.
We
And
didn't know we
We
had
left
to, and then
flowers
they
for
came
them.
after.
so
Yeah, did you see the flowers? We grew some grass,
right,
Yeah.
actually, from that was
Yeah.
yeah.
We left a
Wonder
pogo stick
Wonders thing.
propped up against
We
an alleyway.
no, we actually did grow a circle of grass. Obviously, that was supposed to mean we killed like 4 vampires there. Okay.
So there's a lot of red tape and form filling out, and it's
Bureaucracy.
clear
It's
that
the
nobody really
worst.
cares. Um,
Ticking
but
ongoing clerk
they'll
damage.
put it in the reports, and it'll be given to a detective and an investigator eventually. So they will look into it. Uh, and
Wow, it must be hard to get a vest on a gator.
they finish. You finish there. You ask around, doing some talking to townspeople and a couple other guards and a couple other follow trails and here and there. Um, and it looks like this city, Shadowbrook, keeps coming up, and it sort of disappeared off. It was part of the trade route for a long time, and then a couple hundred years ago, it just people stopped going to it, and the roads were destroyed going to it, and people never heard from it again. And then it started rumors started propping up about this Shadowbrook being its own little community that everything from this demon prince was running it to a vampire to they just want to be separated from the rest of the world. And Scrambles mentions Rakdos, and like, oh yeah, maybe I heard somebody saying it was Rakdos. But this seems to be where you're being pointed to as the only source of consistency within the city that may be of interest for vampire activity. There's also, you do hear more than once that at least one of they're called Lords of Waterdeep. There are 11. There's
Barons?
11 Lords of Waterdeep, and you've heard more than once that one of them is a vampire. It changes who you talk to. So some of them, will say it's one lord. Some of them say it's a different lords. Some say it's a female. Some say it's a male. But there's no proof of that, and there's definitely not been any kind of rash of people dying from vampire bites or vampire attacks. There hasn't been the sudden rise of vampirism within the city.
Okay.
Hey, just a random question. If you found dried flower in front of the door, what would you do? Tuggin's over there just trying to be like, what we did isn't irrational, right? Like, if you find a dried flower, you're like, huh, wonder what that means, and keep
Well,
going with
that's
your day, right?
Give me just a second here while this table populates for me. Here it is. Well, from what I've done heard about that type of stuff, it's probably because I done owe somebody something. So I guess if I found it, I would try to figure out who it was that I owed something to, and go figure out what they wanted.
Dang it.
How does he know
Damn.
that?
How does maybe it's just because they're in Waterdeep and there's a bunch of vampires around here
Yeah,
and
I
they just
guess.
know
I don't
things.
fucking know shit.
I guess.
Alright.
Maybe when that happened, we should
Maybe
have
this is
asked
really
like
our bad. We should just send
maybe
him
we
4
should have
people.
like asked like literally anybody when we got those flowers, but we were busy, I think.
Yeah. I think maybe this is really our fault and we should just send him 4 people. Like, hey, our bad. Oopsie. Is it too late for an
Oopsie.
oopsies? Give him a quick oopsies. Try again. Because
Well, maybe as long as
everybody else
we
gets it. We don't. So we've been all over the fucking place. I've done all of the crazy shit, but I did not see the flower thing coming. So I think maybe this is an oopsies situation and we just move on. My bad. We just find 4 shitty people, send them.
Okay. And then I need another set
We
of
just go to the Adventurers
percentiles.
Guild and we're like, bartender, your 4 worst adventurers, please.
Yeah. Okay, percentiles.
Where are images?
Oh shit, I missed the
Well, that's
box.
more like it.
I did not do more like
Ever.
it. I got further.
Dude, my things had been sitting on top on my screen for like ever.
And Jackson.
Yeah. I don't know.
Percentile.
Watch Jackson get like in the middle, and it just turns out that we end up like it's all in the middle like all over again because my low and your high balance each other out and
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So Toggin, you see a weathered notice board that note that had fallen off, and blown across the way behind some barrels, and mentions there's a basilisk to the north of Waterdeep, north of the Field Ward. About 2 days' travel.
Ooh. Basilisk.
I mean maybe this really was our fault. I'm starting to be like, well shit, everybody we come across is like, oh yeah, that means you owe a debt to somebody. And it's like, who knows that?
Yeah.
Maybe we do just get the basilisk card and be like, oh, our
Hit
bad.
him with the oopsies.
Oopsies. Uh, maybe don't let people try to kill us next time, I guess.
Yeah, be more obvious. May I suggest a singing telegram? You fucked up.
Or like a written notice of any kind,
Of
or
grievances. I like that. A grievance notice. 10 things I
like,
hate about you.
hey, you killed my dudes.
Yeah.
Please make it right. Come
Son,
meet me at this place, or like,
So,
So it is noon. It took you all morning to find out the information.
are we trying to figure out whether we should... So, there's a town or there's a basilisk. And those are our 2 hints. The town might have vampire-ish stuff going on. And the basilisk
town
is roughly 2 days away, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
The
So the town has
town
been
that they
gone for a
don't
couple
know
hundred
where
years.
we don't know where it is.
Is
Oh,
you believe is to the east of
I don't want to fucking do that.
Waterdeep.
Scrambles is like, no, I don't want to go
Like, we
looking for
could
an
go try
abandoned
to
town.
find that abandoned town that's probably inhabited by a bunch of vampires and fight a bunch of vampires. Or we could go fight one big scary thing and not like a bunch of smaller scary things.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I I don't know, like
So are you going
last
to head
session I
out
think I was
that
leaning
afternoon?
more uh yeah, we should probably head out like as quickly as we can.
Don't
I
we
think
need
we've
like something
already
to fight a basilisk, like mirrors or something? What do you fight basilisks with?
uh
Because you can't look
one
at them.
fight.
Just look at him in a mirror, right?
Yeah, we all need a mirror. For sure, at least we all need a mirror. Because you can't look at them directly, or you turn to stone.
Does the mirror cancel that out?
Hmm. Or I think so. That's a good question for Luthien to find out first while we're safely away around a corner. What
Yeah,
um
yeah.
happens when you leave early?
just as
So you talk
maybe
to
as
an adventurer who has says he has killed a basilisk, and
Okay.
he way he did it is that um, once he was in the middle, he knew where it was and what it was. He would he would avert his eyes from looking at it, and yeah, it made it a little harder to see, but he could still hear, and so uh, that's how he and his friend ended up killing it, was by averting their eyes, and then trying to just listen for it and then attack where they heard it. So mechanically,
okay,
that would be you would be at disadvantage to hit it, but you would not have to make the save.
guys, I have
But
a great idea.
okay.
So you know those boxes that are full of like ball bearings and stuff that you can buy? You think we
Yeah.
could find one with like a bunch of bells? And then we could like pour glue in there and then like try to throw it at the basilisk. And then it would make sound when it moves.
Okay. So your idea, just hearing this right, to get a big box of glue and bells and throw it at the basilisk so it makes noise.
Yeah. We could
It's not a
also
bad
look for
idea.
like a magic item that might give you like blind sense of some sort, or tremor sense, or blind sight, or
Well, we could use the echo, but the echo can't like carry anything over to it and like stick it on it. I could only attack it with the echo, so I don't know.
oh, question. If he looks through his echo, like when he's doing like his echo avatar, would that petrify Scrambles?
No,
It's a great question.
No. You can look at it through your echo. You can tell everybody where
We could
it
scout with the echo, yeah.
is.
I mean, I think if we get like I think we should for sure get a mirror because I feel like that's a good way to do it.
Hey, do mirrors keep you from getting
Yeah, I'll ask the
petrified
guy.
by
Good question.
basilisks?
I don't know. Didn't have a mirror.
Dang it. Not very useful, this guy.
Well, he has killed one at least.
Yeah, more than us. Well, it
Well, he
can't
says they have
hurt,
a
so.
steel mirror for 5 gold if you want
Okay, how big
a
is it?
steel mirror.
A stone mirror.
A steel.
I think
Oh,
I
steel.
might
Okay.
have a mirror that I got in the yawning portal, or dungeon of the mad mage. I think
Hmm.
maybe. Yep, I have a steel mirror for five
Oh,
gold pieces. Oh well, if you are looking for a steel mirror, I have one. And Tugin just kind of reaches into his backpack and, oh, that's the wrong pocket. And he reaches into the next pocket and pulls out the mirror.
If I have the Rocky Talkie and I use the Echo to scout, actually I can't talk because I have to be blind and mute on the ground. Never mind, that plan won't work.
You
Okay.
could send it out to Scout, and we've got. Can your avatar like move stuff? We've got the smoke sticks. You could like communicate using like different colors or something.
I could throw a smoke stick with the avatar. I couldn't do it from really far away because I'd have to use like the main avatar for it, but I could do it from like 30 feet away.
Hmm.
I say we just go fight this thing. We're gonna have to get the heart either way, so I feel
Um.
like we tell Blade to try the mirror idea out, see how that works. See what Blade says.
Well, we should maybe get more mirrors, I guess, if we're gonna
Yeah,
like go with
everybody
it,
should
just
have
in
at least
case
a
it
mirror.
does work.
So we'll buy a mirror. I'm gonna pay my 5 silver for me. I'll buy
It's
one for
5 gold.
Luthien. It's 5 gold for the shitty silver for the shitty steel mirror.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I still buy one. I buy one for me and one for Luthien. Toggin already has one. Back to my inventory and lose 10 gold. 10 gold down. Alright, so
Alright,
we
so
have
here
mirrors.
I'm putting this in the party sheet and you can grab it.
Thank you.
Give me just a minute. It looks like they changed this too. Here we go. Okay. Nope, they didn't. Alright. Come on.
Hey, just as a by the way, we have this. It probably won't come in handy in this fight, but if we do end up needing to like run from vampires, I do have that amulet that lets us plane shift. Uh except I think you have to go to a location that you're familiar with, so I think we'd have to visit Rakdos. Because
Dick.
that's the only other plane of existence that I'm familiar with.
I've been thinking about it for a while now. And if you guys decide we want to fight this vampire, I'm down to do it. I'm just gonna pray to Rakdos real quick. See if he'll convene with me beforehand. I'm gonna like murder some crooks or something in his name. Figure it out. Try to get a communication going between me and him. See if he'll give me a blessing.
So, whether you know the location or not, you will travel. On a successful check, you cast the spell. On a failure, you and each creature and object within 15 feet of you travel to a random destination. So either way, you're away from the vampire.
Yeah, that's true. Either way. I just think the only place we can go intentionally is to Rakdos's
And on a 1 to
tomb.
55, you travel to a random location on the plane you named. 56 to 100, you travel to a random location on a different
Oh my
plane.
god. Oh gosh, this item could totally derail a campaign as everybody's separated. Nobody's having fun.
No, you're
You're
all
in.
together. You and every creature
Oh,
travel to the same place.
oh, okay. I thought obviously I thought that it's like you every creature each goes to a randomly determined place.
No.
I'm like that's like it seems like a great magic item at first, but man, if it just automatically splits the party, that's kind of a shitty magic item. um I really still am thinking about like trying to find something that like I could like attack the basilisk and like attach it and it would make it easier to hit. I don't know what. Maybe like all I can think of is gluing things to it. And like I could glue like a rock that has the light spell on it. And then we'd, like, if it gets brighter, we'd know that, like, it's close.
We can just set up a fuckload of chimes all over the place.
We could. There's,
Like
like, alarm
musical
kits.
chimes. Just put them all over. Ah.
Wait, hold up. Let me look at the items, because there
All right,
are,
so if you
like,
guys are heading out, you need to leave,
Uh-huh.
and you will not have time to shop. If you're going to wait till the next day, then you have the afternoon to shop.
I say we just go. Fuck it.
don't fuck
We're
the
gonna go
basilisk.
fuck it.
Do not go fuck the basilisk.
Do it.
Let's go, though. But, like,
Yes.
All right, I need survival check from Toggin.
are either of you proficient in survival? Are you helping?
I
I'll
am
help you.
proficient. I'll help you.
Cool.
We'll both help.
Oh, yeah. I just know basilisks, I guess. I just know, north. I know north. North is a good direction.
All right, so getting out of the city is very easy because there's a main road that runs north and south from the trade ward all the way to the main gate at the north end of the city. So that is not difficult to do. Main thing is just staying focused and ignoring the street vendors and the beggars and the pickpockets as you're trying to work your way out of the city.
See, I think Toggin does so well because he knows that it's gonna get him out of the city. He's like, the best part about that place was leaving it.
Damn.
So you head north for several hours, and it's starting to get dusk. You go off the main road toward what you think is more swampy area where this basilisk is supposed to be, and it's getting very dark. Give me just a second here. Here it is. Ka-chink.
Do we want to fight this thing in the dark? Actually, we do, because then we can't see it.
I think that you still.
That's a real thing, right?
Accidentally make
If I
items
can't
bad.
see it because it's too dark, I don't turn into a thing. That's what the guy said. He waited till he couldn't see it. So if we're just innately blind,
So as you're traveling, you see. Come on, give me something. They changed how the DM interacts with his notes and the things that are set up. So I'm still not used to this. Give me just one moment here. Let me try to figure out 01. So you come upon a trail. You had been trekking overland, and now you come upon a trail, and you follow it, and it leads to a cottage.
Cottage.
Let me look at this. Here we go. This is what? 2. Okay. Give me just a moment here. I'm getting warmer. Like I said, I had this already, but instead of being able to go click, click, click right to the page I need, I can't. This is 3. Is this 3? Hold on. It says 2. this is the same thing I have, and then what is it? There it is. Haha. Okay. Boom. So you see this quaint little cottage nestled in the trees. You see a thin trail of smoke going up from the chimney, and a candle glow through the window. What would you like to do?
Are we relaxing? Are we going out?
We knock on the door.
Ooh, I think we should do detect magic. Scrambles will jack some. Will you do detect magic? I bet there's something magical in
How
there.
many of those do I have per day?
That's a good question.
No,
Thought you
look
just
at the
had
circles
one.
next to the power. It's either 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
you
okay.
have more than I thought.
But we just did a long rest, so you should be renewed.
And we should theoretically, if things work out, do another one of those after
You
this.
see, there's a window.
Right.
That's the magic part? A magic window or just like a regular window?
No, it's a regular window.
Okay.
Within 60 feet, you think there's magic inside, but there's nothing outside.
Mhm. Well, I guess the only way we'll really know is if we go knock on the door. Let me see.
Yes.
I don't
As
remember what
we
my
like
wand
kind
is.
of like look back and forth between each other, who's the most normal one to knock on the door?
I'm gonna use
Maybe
my wand of
Margaret?
secrets real quick and point it in the direction of the cabin and see if it gives me like a secret door, like a secret entrance or something like that.
No.
Okay.
Toggin goes and knocks on the door.
Okay. It rattles and some dust sort of filters down. But do you not hear anything?
Okay, but there is definitely smoke coming from there, right? That would mean that somebody's probably in there?
Yeah.
He knocks again and yells, "Hello? Anybody in here?"
Scrambles and Jackson, you guys do anything?
I'm gonna be behind Taugen, off to the side
Yep.
a little bit. Not directly
As
behind
I
the door line. I want to be off to the side of the door, about a foot or two.
Okay.
That way if the door blows open, I'm not in the
Jackson will
direct
be
fire of the door.
Okay.
But you don't want
Jackson's
to
on
listen to
the other side of him.
Jackson's on the other side of him, okay?
Yep.
No response.
I try to open it.
Okay, the door opens and it creaks. You see that there's one large room. It's very dusty. There's a wooden chair that's tipped over. It's got cobwebs on it. There's a table. And sitting on the table is a large pile of coins.
Yep.
And there is a donkey
Ooh, a donkey!
staring at you.
He said honking.
Wait, hold up, guys. I've got the perfect thing for this.
You talk to animals?
Yeah.
Sick.
Now I'm looking. Who has a? Let me look. Main. Okay. 15, 14, 14 is your perceptions. So
Yeah.
you guys also happen to notice there's a dog underneath the table that's looking at you guys.
A dog and a donkey? I will
You
kneel down.
see that there's a 15. Who is it? Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm typing something.
Who's the best?
go. And Jackson, click. All right. So Scrambles,
Excellent.
you're behind Toggin, to the side of the door. What are you doing?
Can I see the dog?
Yes.
This is for me.
Yes. That's Jackson only.
Has anybody stepped into the room or no?
No.
I'm seeing a cat on the mantle.
I'll look up at
Do
the
you
cat.
see it?
That's a lot of animals.
Do you
So
Yes.
see
you
it?
guys do notice that there's a, you see a couple eye slits, and you realize there is a cat sitting on the mantle.
Guess I want to go pet that dog.
This is an odd number of animals for a very dusty room, right?
Its owner's
so.
probably somewhere.
It
Lives in
is
the swamp.
very dusty and covered in cobwebs.
Yeah. Some of
I
it.
don't
Toggin
know.
is gonna
Being worse.
use his ring of animal influence to cast speak with animals on himself.
Yeah. Big.
Because I
Scrambles
feel
is just
like
gonna kneel
Ruff,
down
ruff.
and go, "Here, doggy, doggy."
From where you are, okay,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Does it look at me?
Yes.
So like its attention comes towards me, or it just like is already looking in my direction? Ooh, guys, the dog looked at me.
turning the rats.
Here, donkey, donkey. And I pat my hip. Does the donkey
You're
look
not
at
well,
me?
man.
Oh no.
Yes. It looks at you.
I'm gonna rummage around through my bag for food, and I'm gonna wait for Talking to start talking in dog. Because I see him pull out a. Was it your ring of animal speaking?
Yeah, his ring of animal influence. So he has speak with animals on himself. And then, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say. Have there been any people in this hut lately?
There's no response.
You're asking the animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want food?
Does it look like they're listening, or are they just unbeknownst to them?
Why I asked if they want food. Most animals want food at any
I will
given
say,
point in
because of the
time.
nature of these animals, you would need to address one in particular at a time, because their speech patterns would be very different.
Okay. I start barking at the dog because that's the
Okay.
one that Scrambles was most excited about.
No
I
response.
like dogs.
Okay.
Where in the fuck is our druid when we need one?
I ask the donkey, "Do you want food?"
Donkey,
No
get out of my
response.
Donkey!
swamp!
His eyes shift back to you, and that's it. None
Guys,
of
I
you have
think
moved
the
into
I
the
do
house.
not.
None of you have gone in anywhere. You're still outside,
No.
correct?
I think the dog. Yes, I
Yeah.
think the
Okay.
donkey is giving me signals with its eyes.
Hey, these do not seem like normal animals. They are not responding at all. They're not even getting excited about the idea of food. Oh wait, let me try cat.
Okay.
And he meows at the cat and asks the cat if it wants food.
Does it
All
want
right.
meow
It
mix?
hisses and spits at you, and then runs away into the corner.
Ooh, that's
Bro, what
very
the fuck?
cat-like. That's on par. Nothing weird about that. Does it knock a bunch of shit off the counter first?
No, because it's already knocked all of it off. It needs somebody to come by and put it back
So
up. Man, this is
Scrambles looks at
screaming
Talgin.
trap though,
He looks
right?
at Talgin and he looks at Jackson, and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "The obvious trap is obvious, but I really want to go in there. Can I put my foot in? Is that cool with you guys?"
Only if you are okay losing it.
Scrambles puts his left foot forward because it's his least favorite foot, and he crosses the threshold with his left foot. And then I take it out, and then I put it back in, and then I shake it all about.
Do
Nothing
you do the
happens.
hokey pokey and turn yourself around?
No, I never turn myself around. I get caught in the hokey pokey and it ruins my life. I start blowing dudes in an alley for a little bit of hokey pokey.
Oh,
And my
that's what
kids
it's all
leave.
about.
My kids leave me. It's bad. That's what it's all about, though. Next thing you know, you got your
You
right foot in, your right foot out. Detective, can't get out of it. You
It's a
try to turn yourself
never-ending
about.
cycle.
Yeah. You just keep turning about. Keep putting stuff back in. Fucked.
Yeah, some part of me was like, man, maybe these are like people that got turned
Nah.
into animals, but they're not
That's a possibility.
talking.
That's a possibility. There's a million
There's
things
still
running
a
through
pile of
Scramble's
gold
head,
on the
but
table.
yeah, I'm not touching it. Did my foot touch the ground? Did the house explode or eat me up or turn into a
Nothing
giant snake?
happens.
You want to go pet the dog?
I'm gonna go pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Exactly. So I go all the way in,
Okay.
and I go over to the table where the dog is at, and I make
Mhm.
sure that I'm not in kick in the head range because I don't want the donkey to kick me in the head, end up like Superman. So I very carefully reach under the table. Is he growling as I get closer to him?
All right. Give me a perception check.
Yay, I have good perception.
Look,
I had good perception. I rolled like dog trash.
you know what?
Okay.
No. Here, I've got inspiration. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay, we'll try it again. Round 2. Worse.
Well,
Get my inspiration.
it's 10. Yeah, you got
So
another inspiration.
we
Go
know
I'll
on.
take
straight that way.
Jackson's.
Hell
Yeah!
yeah! That's
15.
double. That's
1090. I see everything. I see the thoughts of the dog. Okay.
All right. So first of all, you notice
It's a big sign that says don't pet the dog.
since you guys are watching the other Jackson and talking, give me perception as well.
So I will, as I get closer to the dog, I'll tell them and I'll say, hey guys, the dog is super dusty. So is the donkey. The cat can move around, but the dog and the donkey aren't moving. Huh. Jackson, good job with your perception check.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, but like
Here you go,
the
Jackson.
dog and the donkey like definitely like looked at you when you called to them, right? Like they
They looked
moved
at you
their
too
heads.
when you talked to them.
Okay. Bro, this
They've
is
been
creepy.
kind of responsive, but they didn't move. They just kind of
Don't
looked
look
at
now,
us.
but there's a rooster up there.
What the fuck? How
How
many
do
animals
you
are in
keep
here?
noticing this animal? Um, speak with animals lasts for 10 minutes. Toggin calls up or crows up to the rooster. You want some food?
Doesn't say anything.
So Scrambles is gonna stand up, and he's gonna turn towards Taugen and Jackson, and he's gonna say, "Hey," very quietly. He's gonna lean over into Taugen's ear first, and then Jackson. He's gonna say, "Hey guys," or "Hey Taugen, what if this is some weird kind of petrification where it doesn't turn you into statues, but it turns you into animals?" And he says the
Ooh.
same thing to Jackson.
Do we
Sounds
want
like
to
it could be.
like
Don't
stand out?
stare any of the animals in the eyes.
It's way too late.
I
It's
know.
way
Jackson
too late
hasn't
for that.
really stared at them, but you, Tog, has been trying to talk to him. You've been trying to talk to the
Oh,
dog.
I know.
You were
But
looking at
what
the
if
donkey.
Hear me out. What if out of nowhere there's just a gorilla in the room? None of us have looked it in the eyes yet. Maybe that's not the right animal. Maybe it's just an animal that petrifies things into animals. I don't know. That's a crackpot idea I have.
Hey,
And
what if we step out of hut and then I use witch hand
we
to
burn it down.
knock
Wait,
the pile of gold off table
I like that
and
idea.
see what
Let's do that
happens?
shit.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna stand outside the
So we go back
threshold.
outside the hut.
You're also. We're talking to the dog. So as you stand up, give me an investigation check, Scrambles. Let me see if
Okay.
you notice anything on the table.
Oh, I was so close to being a
Oh,
20. It wanted
the
to so
pain.
bad.
It
Yeah.
wanted to.
Okay.
Can I intimidate the table?
No.
I'll flip this table so hard.
That was just an aside. You can study the table if you want, since you're
I
standing
do.
there.
I
What
do
if
want
the
to study the
table thinking
table.
it
Okay,
turns
give
you
me
into an
an
animal?
actual, real investigation check then.
It's not going to be much better, I'm
You
sure.
notice there's
Nope.
stuff there on the table. Um,
What's on the
if
table?
anybody else wants to
Is
go
there
in
like a
there and
note or
look at the
anything?
table. All right, so Jackson, you step into the room, and you see that there is a series of faint blood stains beneath the dust,
Bro, how was
ringing the
Jackson
gold
seeing-
with a footprint from each of the 4 animals in each corner of the table.
Right.
I will just note, Tuggan is standing in the doorway, so the door can't close between
Oh.
us.
Maybe put the immovable rod there.
I don't
And
have a mover.
Scrambles and Jackson, give me Arcana checks.
Gotcha. Hail Mary. Nope.
Damn.
Okay.
Shit.
Y'all know exactly the same amount about this.
But I know it naturally. Ooh.
I just do
Just kidding.
not think that all of us should be in the hut at the same time. It seems
All right.
I agree.
So
Let's try your witch hand thing.
you guys step outside. You use your witch hand to knock over the gold. What are you trying to do? Just knock it over or take it?
see if something happens when I knock it over. Because it seems like such an obvious trap.
Same here.
So I'm literally just knocking it off the table
Okay.
like I'm the cat.
So immediately all the animals scream as if in pain.
Ooh.
Wind rushes at you from all angles. The noise is tremendous, terrifying. Braying, howling, yowling, and crowing all mix in this cacophony of sound. The fire goes dark, and then it stops. And you blink and try to understand what you're seeing as the 4 animals have merged into this misshapen,
Ew.
disgusting thing standing in front of you with intertwined bodies and heads, and blood is oozing from the gaps. And this is where we'll leave it
Gross.
for tonight.
I closed the door.
Yeah, exactly. We take it home.
Yeah, just don't tell Luthian. She'll want to tame it.
We got a new mount, guys. Hey.
All right, so that's
Yeah,
where
I
we'll leave
mean,
it for tonight. I was
everybody's
waiting to
just so.
see.
Everyone's heard of a jackass and a smartass before, but has anybody ever heard of a cockass before? It's a pussy
No, it's
ass
a
and a
pussy
bitch
cockass.
ass. It's a bitch pussy cockass. We're getting it all in there. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So that's where we'll leave it. You guys will can dream about that for next week. Till
That's
next
Oh,
week.
I'm immediately gonna forget about this and be weirded the fuck out next week.
So thank you for playing, guys. Appreciate your patience with the loading of the tables. I know it took longer than normal, but we'll be back here tomorrow night. Hopefully I can catch everybody so they can get things loaded and ready to go early. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Rob, thank you so much for the subscription, using his Twitch and his Prime to subscribe. And
Yeah, because he's cool.
absolutely. So whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good
Thanks,
night,
Good night,
guys.
guys.
guys.